Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon SoulSilver, Randomized, Nuzlocke, etc., etc. How are you feeling today, Elephant? You know, kind of same. I am a little bit tired, it's true. Alright, so, we need to... Actually, we need to go back in here. The first thing we're doing is we are boxing... We are boxing our Meryl for the time being. And actually, hi, thank you for that extremely loud notification sound, Windows. I always love it when you do that. Okay, yeah, there it goes. Now, this does not count as being quote-unquote dead. That only happens if we, if the Pokemon gets knocked out. The reason we are doing that is because we have a man to meet at the supermarket about an egg. And we're gonna do that. Because I am curious, I believe this is the egg that in the base game hatches into a Togepi. I don't know if it will still hatch into one in this game, or if it will do something else. Here you are. I liked that jingle. Let's see here. We've got some cash. I don't think we need super potions yet. Let's buy a couple of these, by which I apparently mean 8, which I feel like that's more than most people would be comfortable calling a couple, but you know what? I don't make videos for cowards. I'm gonna buy some of these. And listen, I'd actually like to buy a few each of these too. Like ideally, I'd want to buy 5 of all of them, but because, you know, not to state the obvious, but because everything's all random, we don't know what we're gonna be running into. Who's this woman? But... Bye? Where did... I don't remember that event in the base game at all. Maybe I just have forgotten about it, or maybe that's new. That was strange. Ruins of Alf. And yeah, we want to head down to Azalea Town, so we're in the right place. Let's scope out the local wildlife, shall we? I want to see what's in this particular encounter table. An Abra! Well... Well... Can I put you to sleep? No, you're too fast. Okay. So, I'm not gonna, like, after all the trouble we went through to get... Well, we didn't actually go through very much trouble, now that I think about it. But, after all the trouble we went through to get Elephant, I wouldn't have, switched out him for an Abra anyway, but it would have been nice to have as, like, a spare, basically, because, a Psychic type is good to have. But, that's fine. And the fact that it ran away means we cannot catch anything in this area now. Which sucks a little bit, but eh. We've got a full party at this point, so like I'm not too upset. I'm gonna try to level Elefunk just once in this grass here. But if it starts taking too long... Oh, I forgot to get my timer. Well, you know what? Right now it's about 3:30 p.m. on the dot. Hey, that's a wild Totodile! I didn't see it at first because I was looking at my computer clock. Well, that's just fascinating. We will send out our Totodile, because starter Pokemon tend to have rather high stats. Just to think that's how that works. But anyway, yeah, like it's 3:30 on the dot as I'm recording this, so I will just try to remember to cut the recording around 4:30. This episode should go up today, if everything goes according to plan. Wait, did I actually hit the recording button? Yes, I did. Okay. I almost felt very, very dumb. For what I think would have been a pretty good reason. And hey, Toto leveled up. So, if nothing else, we got that to show for our efforts here. I don't know why I phrased that way. Cherubi is an interesting thing to find here. Honestly, not to be rude to a Pokemon whose design I do quite like. But it's probably for the better that we didn't end up wanting to catch one of those, because as far as grass types go, they're just not particularly powerful. Adorable, but like they're not really powerhouses, you know? Of course, part of the fun of a Nuzlocke is making like a weird teamwork. And I'll tell you straight, like, if this was a regular run, I would be hunting for an Abra, but, you know. Okay, cool, we got that level I wanted. We could stay here and grind more, but I asked in the last episode if people were cool if I did some training off screen, and people seemed to be fine with it, so... If I decide at some point that we need to do a little bit of power leveling, I will do that off recording. I might like stream it or something. Just you know, just cuz. But otherwise, I think we're good. So down there is Azalea City, which is where we're headed next. What's over here? Oh, nothing. What about... This is where the, frickin' Sudowoodo later is, right? Let me just double check. I want to make sure I've got my bearings correct. Yeah. An odd tree, you say. Yep, that's Sudowoodo, alright. Well, it's probably not going to be a Sudowoodo once we eventually do encounter it, but, you get the picture. I'm also very curious as to what's stalking around the ruins of Alph. So let's just take a peek inside. Oh. Wait. Oh, okay. It's just like a little tunnel. This is the actual entrance to the dungeon proper. Is this unchanged from the original? Yeah, okay. It's a, they want me to do this with my mouse, with my, sorry, my stylus, most likely. Nope, that's correct. This is obviously a Kabuto. I quite like Kabuto. I think that it's kind of underrated as far as the fossil Pokemon go. I'm not sure where this piece goes. What about this piece? Yeah, that one's fairly easy to figure out. So do I have this rotated wrong? Yeah, I do. Okay. There we go. Whoa! Alright. I forgot that happened. That is going to be less than helpful in this particular iteration of the game, but I appreciate the thought. Let me see something real quick. Actually, I apologize for interrupting our gameplay, but what did I, oops, that's not what I meant to open. What did I, map the save game to? Because I did. At least I thought I had mapped it to something. Maybe not. Didn't I put it like S or something? No. Okay. You know what? I will just use the save button up in the corner and try not to worry too much about it. Are there wild Pokemon in here? I forget if that's this chamber. Okay, apparently it is. So we will make an effort to catch whatever this is. A Mantike! Okay. This one you don't see every day. Although evolving a Mantike into a Mantine is kind of annoying because you also need a Remoraid in your party. I think. Is that how that works? Yeah, no, that's how that works. The lore being that the Remoraid, like, becomes a sort of a syncretic organism with the Mantike, and that enables the evolution. Sort of like what happens with, you know, why am I blanking? A Shelder and a Slowpoke, but you actually need the other Pokemon in this particular instance. Alright, well, that's annoying. That's even more annoying. I'm just gonna throw another ball. Like, I don't care that much if we catch this or not. This is quite annoying. Bubble? Bubble you. Putting it back to sleep will probably help quite a bit. We should try to catch it just to, like, again, have a spare in case something happens. Yeah, don't like that. The wild Mantike is fast asleep. Okay, we only got one more shot at this, so here goes nothing. Alright, well, I don't know, do they just have like a low catch rate or something? That's a little annoying, but what can you do? Alright, let's get on out of here. A Skorupi. We will just... Okay, I was gonna say we'll take the Lazy Root and send out Toto, but no, we're gonna put our Spearow into the ring for a second here. Use your Heck Pack. Because it's a bug, you see. So it's, we got a type advantage going on. I know I'm blowing all your minds with this deep, insightful commentary. Hey, Disable is pretty good. Also, I'm gonna use one of these potions. Just because I think that's a good idea. Probably didn't need to do that, honestly, but whatever. Why can't I go up the slider? There we go. Ruins of Alph, everybody. The Ruins Research Center. I'm actually gonna head back to the Poke Center. Cause I'm a fool who doesn't know how to, like, plan things, apparently. I would like us to make our way to Azalea Town now. Hopefully not Iggy Azalea Town, that would be a less than pleasant auditory experience. Actually, you know what I think I mapped the save key to? I think it was F1. Hold on. Let me actually save this right quick. Now that loads it. Shift and F1 saves it. I don't know. Just need to make damn sure I'm holding down that shift key if I want to use that particular keyboard shortcut. I've done the thing before, and I'm sure I'm not the only person, where you mean to go and hold down the shift key, but you, like, either your finger slips or you hit the wrong key and you accidentally load an old save slot instead, and suddenly you've lost, like, 4,000 hours of progress. Am I exaggerating? A little bit, but, you know. Actually, what's in the Ruins Research Center? Is where we get, like... I don't remember what's in here, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, bud. Yeah, bud. Sure. Just kind of a not very useful landmark for us, but that's fine. Become a fossil professor. Ah, yes, of course. That coveted title at all the archaeological universities. Fossil professor. And this is where we were before? Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. I kind of figured that, let me see here. Did we actually... Yeah, we did. That's interesting. I figured that what he gave us would be random, but I guess that's flagged as a key item for some reason. Very curious. Hey, Cherubi, don't you be a newbie? No. I couldn't think of a good one in time. I apologize. Hey, I just realized that I forgot to turn f.lux off. Hopefully that doesn't show up on the recording. I was wondering, hey, why is everything getting all orange all of a sudden? That's why. I am trying to sneakily grind up Elefunk a little bit even now, as I'm sure you've noticed, but, you know, I'm not too worried about it. He'll catch up. The wild Totodiles being out here is extremely funny to me. I probably should have bought some more Pokeballs, huh? Oh well. Hopefully we don't, you know, miss anything good because of that. Ah, there's a cave up ahead, so we will have an area that we can go through to get another Pokemon. I should go back and get some, actually, even though that's kind of annoying. Both to me and presumably all of you. Do I even have any money with which to get any? Not really, so I guess we should beat these guys up and take their money first. As is the Pokemon way. Youngster Albert. Okay, he's got a Diglett. Listen. There's lots of things I know in this world, and Diglett is in fact one of them. Elefunk will be a little bit more offensively viable when he learns, like, Confusion or something. Oh. Or maybe he'll just fucking destroy this thing with one smack. I guess that was one hell of a crit. And hey, there we go. A Zigzagoon. Interesting. Who do we want to get out here? Put Buzz out on the field. We haven't gotten him. He hasn't gotten to do anything yet this episode. Neither has Wobbly, which I'm keenly aware of, but we need to actually have him in the lead if we want him to do anything. It is slightly annoying, because right now we've kind of got 3 Pokemon in that position where, like, you'd want to have them out front while you have... And then you switch out and you have other Pokemon finish the battle and they get, like, drip experience, basically. I'm keenly aware of that. Also keenly aware that we should probably switch out. But there's really not much we can do about it, given that one of the, one of the things about this particular game type is that you don't actually get to pick the Pokemon, so it is what it is. I would say we've actually got like a pretty solid team, given that they were all basically picked randomly other than Totodile. We are missing a couple of, well, honestly, like, all of the main, like, core elements other than water. We don't have a grass or fire or electric type Pokemon, but, I mean, other than that, we've got decent coverage, I think. We'll see. We'll see how things shake out. A Numel. Alright. Like, I shouldn't be surprised at seeing very random Pokemon in very random places, but there's just something about a Numel being in an area I associate so heavily with Gen 2. It's kind of like, okay, sure, a Numel. Numel is an okay Pokemon. I don't like its evolution camera up quite as much. It's not really my style. Actually, now that Elefunk has caught up to the rest of the party, we should switch up and have Wobbly take. Once Wobbly evolves, he's gonna be a hitter, a hard hitter. Wobbly being like, once I evolve, it's over for you hoes. I'm very sorry that I said that, by the way. But, you know, if I don't just babble incessantly about nothing, why are you even watching the video, you know? You could just go play this game yourself. I should inform you, just like, because it's the morally right thing to do, I suppose, that SoulSilver is, like, pretty cheap nowadays, and so are old DS's, so if you want to play this, it's not, like, on an actual piece of hardware, it's not too hard. Of course, by the same token, the games are not difficult to emulate by any means, so, you know, if you do use Melon DS, and I recommend it, depending on what your computer's got going on, you might make the game look better by switching to, wow, we can really only buy 2, huh? But it's better than none. Do we have anything we can sell? I don't want to sell the Miracle Seed. Okay, so, like, here's the thing. Revives kind of defeat the purpose of a Nuzlocke, and, like, I feel bad throwing that away because it's a ridiculously rare item. The only way you can get a Sacred Ash normally, I think, is by catching Ho-Oh. But we can't use it. Will you take this for anything? Okay, no, I'm not selling it for 100 fucking yen. Fuck you. Never mind. Here, would you like what could you offer me for this, why didn't that work? That's weird. I'm hitting the save state button and it's not saving it. Very strange. Anyway, yeah. I offer you the sacred medicine which can cure any ailment, and even bring the deceased back to life. I'll give you 10 cents. Not a penny more. I think 100. I think 100 yen is actually closer to like $1, but still. Also, by the way, I'm aware that my mouse just kind of hovers over in the corner during, like, my recording of this game. I can't really do much about that, I don't think. It's just like an artifact of how Streamlabs captures Melon DS. How are you feeling? Why not? Blankly staring in this direction, sure. Aww. I shouldn't have done that, because now if we have to box him, I'm gonna be sad. Which I think is, like, also part of the point of a Nuzlocke, but, you know. The real, like, hey, it shinks. The real hardcore thing is, if you box them and then release them, but I just don't have the heart to do that. This could be an issue, actually, because, like, two of our 3 best Pokemon are weak to that. So, I guess we send out Buzz and see what we can do. There is no clause, by the way, against running from wild Pokemon battles, and I will do that if I feel like we're, caught in a situation that we can't get out of otherwise. Of course, the game has no clause that says it can't spawn like a trap inch or something with Arena Trap, which would prevent me from doing that. So, you know, fair's fair. Come on. Yeah. There's other trainers down here, I think. An Ice Heal. Excellent. I shouldn't be snarky, we might legitimately need that at some point. Yeah, I think this picnicker lady. I forgot about that. You're interrupting her on her cell phone conversation. A Beldum, huh? You got a Beldum, huh? You got a Beldum. Alright, See, the thing about Beldums is they only know one move, and that's Takedown. The thing about that, though, is that, like, for one thing, Takedown's a pretty good move to know if you only know one. And the other thing is that Beldums are Steel-type and have high defense, and are thus hard to hurt. I'm gonna try to put it to sleep. This could be a problem. Okay. That's not... Wait, we can disable it. Elefunk, please. Yes, alright, excellent. I think that means that it literally can't do anything. I'm putting it to sleep anyway, though. Alright. It sure is. switch over to Toto, who is like the only Pokemon we have who I think can reasonably be expected to damage this thing. Oh, it struggles, huh? Well, that's gonna hit it with recoil even worse than Takedown itself would. Okay, yeah, this is not actually the problem that I thought it was gonna be, but I'd rather that be the case than the other way around. You know what? Sure, we'll start doing this. I don't believe, by the way, that, like, if you come back here, these guys will actually rematch you unless you directly talk to them. I think that's how that works. Don't quote me on it. And if it turns out that I just made a big mistake, then, oh well. You know, it's not fun if there's no risk of me fucking up. Not to be rude about it. Alright, we got some fishermen. I want to see what this guy fished out. Show me. Hey, you know, like, all jokes aside, that is a water Pokemon. Well, I think Steel might be Ice type completely, but it is something that lives in the water. You know what I meant. Alright, I mean, sure. Is this supposed to discourage me? I laugh at you. And your 2 hit point damage water gun. Goodbye. Return to the sea. A Smoochum? That's a weird one. Again, like, I shouldn't... Like, the entire point of this is that sometimes you just get random Pokemon showing up in random places, but a Smoochum. It's just not one you think about very often. If you're not super familiar with Pokemon, by the way, what is it trying to learn? Oh, Bite. Yeah, we'll replace a Leer with that, because we're not using it. Get those chompers working. Splash indeed. But yeah, if you're not super familiar with Pokemon, you might not recognize Smoochum. It is it's the baby form of Jinx. They gave Jinx and Mr. Mime associated baby Pokemon. I think that was in Gen 4. I think that was this one. Jinx has Smoochum and Mr. Mime has Mime Jr. If you were ever curious about the subject. Fisherman Justin. Alright. A Seedot. I love these little guys. What does Seedot evolve into? Is that the shift tree? That might be correct. Cause I know the other one is Lotad and then Ludicolo is the final form of them. But I've forgotten. I think that's right. I think Shift Tree evolves into I forget what the middle form is called, but it evolves into the thing that evolves into Shift Tree. C-Dot evolve. You know what I meant. Bide, of course, quite easy to counter by simply not doing anything. And hopefully, because we hit it with Leer twice, this will just one-shot it. Yeah. We shouldn't underestimate Brittany. Brittany is like one of our most powerful Pokemon right now. Like, enough things are weak to flying. Enough things are either bug or grass type that it's It's got the advantage on things a fair amount of the time. Alright, well that's just zero sum then, huh? I mean, if you're just gonna keep defense curling, there's no reason for us to not just keep attacking you. Yeah. It's Britney, bitch. Fury attack, alright. No, we keep out our friend here. Let's see how Fury attack does. Ooh, that's nasty. Especially with the crit. A Metapod. I don't know. A level 15 Metapod. That's... What? What's going on here? Does it know any other... Because I know Metapod can learn other attacks, depending on certain circumstances, but like... If all it knows is Harden, this thing's a freaking experienced pinata. And we're gonna give it all to Brittany, because I will not hide my desire to have a Firo as soon as possible. I feel like that would be a good thing to have. Of course, honestly, like, all of our Pokemon basically need to evolve, so, you know, you can debate the wisdom of, yeah, I imagine not. I think the upper limit is like 6 stages in either direction that stats can go. And anytime it says that it rose or lowered, that's it going up and down one stage. If it says it rose or lowered sharply, that means it's going up or down 2 stages. The more you know. There we go. 231 experience points for our beloved bird. Alright. That went well. How's everybody looking? Everybody's still green. I was pretty sure, but like, it's always good to check, right? Let me just save the game real quick. And heck, we'll do a soft save too, or is this a hard save? I never remember the terminology that people use for these kinds of things. Do a save in the actual ROM instead of just a save state. Junko, save the game. Kind of forgot that I named my player character Junko. But it's a good name, and it encapsulates the spirit of chaos that we're going for. Upvote if you know the reference. Okay, well, I'm gonna do something mean. Oh, really? Huh. Okay, never mind. I guess I won't. Who do we want to give experience? Let's give Buzz out here. Because if it hits Buzz with Encore, we're just gonna be doing what we were going to do anyway, which was just use Poison Sting many times in a row. You know, now that I think of it, when Buzz evolves, she will also know Fury Attack, because I think that Beedrills learned that upon evolution. Alrighty. Yeah. And we just keep doing the sting. Like we are the front man of the band, The Police. The attack reductions are annoying, though, I will say that. But it's poisoned, so, like, you know. Once more with feeling. And there we go. You tried to rush things, huh? Could have fooled me, buddy. No, not you. I feel so fucking bad. Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah, also, like, okay, boomer, etc., etc. Fuck, that was good. A Cleffa? Alright. I think Cleffa is another pre-evolution Pokemon that doesn't actually know, like, any attacks yet. It might know Pound. You guys getting flashbacks yet? Deja vu. I've just been in this place before. Sweet kiss. Alright, well, like, no is the thing. As for the phone numbers, like, we'll give them out. We'll get them sometimes, and other times we won't. I'm not going to lie to you. It's probably going to be completely arbitrary. I just don't want to get too many, because then, like, every 5 steps, you've got some NPC calling you to tell you about, like, an Abra they saw yesterday. Shucks. Aw, shucks. Is there anything up here? Let's go find out. It's another Numal. We're at the point where we're, like, barely getting any experience from Pokemon this low level, but we might as well, take it down quick just for the scratch EXP, you know? I don't think that's an actual term people use, but it is one now, because I made it up just now. Patent pending, and all that. Jigglypuff. How is... You know, there's a certain strain of Pokemon fan that does not like the cute ones, such as Jigglypuff, Clefairy, some of its evolutionary relatives. In more recent gens, like this past one, you've got like what the heck was the name of that cream puff Pokemon? I'm forgetting it now. It's the thing, fucking. Alcremie? Is that it? It's the one where, you know, you give it like a sweet tart and you spin around and it evolves. Anyway, point being, I like those Pokemon. Like, when it was introduced back in, Gen 6, I was a little bit skeptical about the fairy type. But I think that a lot of them are among my favorite recent designs. I do wish they'd get them, let them get a little weird more often. But they're moving in the right direction. I really like Grimmsnarl from the new games. That's an odd Pokemon. It's also very, like, uncute. My girlfriend told me the other day that I have a very strange definition of cute, or overly broad, I think is what she said. Which is probably fair. I think many Pokemon are cute, or at least, like, appealing in a cute, adjacent kind of way. I probably shouldn't have sent this out, because, like, it's just gonna put it to sleep. We should be using Elefunk against Jigglypuffs, yeah. We need to have proper operating procedure, you know? Thankfully, I mean, you've probably gleaned this already, but the reason we're using Elefunk against Jigglypuff is that Elefunk cannot be put to sleep. You can keep trying that, but it's not gonna do you any good. We can put you to sleep, but not vice versa. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to stop that, please. Elefunk's role right now is that he's a very good messer. And if you don't know what that means, then congratulations on having not thrown away some portion of your youth to World of Warcraft. But what that essentially means is that he's good at inflicting, like, status conditions and inconveniencing the enemy. Not necessarily doing a ton of damage on his own. That may come later. I don't quite remember what the Hypno family's stat spread is like, but we're very good. He's very good at doing sort of subterfuge type things. Also, goodness, this episode is almost over already, and we have failed to hey, there we go. We have failed to successfully go from one town to the next, which is pretty funny. Silver Wind. I don't remember what that move is or does. Close attack may also raise all of the user's stats. That seems pretty good. It's a bug type move. Can I teach this to Brittany? No, I can't teach this to anybody actually. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that right now, though. It did also just occur to me that because Flash is a TM in this game, I could have safely and easily taught it to any number of our Pokemon. Hey, a Paris. I like these guys. I don't like the whole weird, like, mind control angle that their Pokedex entry for Parasect goes for, but, you know, I like both Pokemon. I think they're neat. That's another Pokemon that's good at inflicting status conditions and such. I think it learns all of the Spore moves. You know, Stun Spore, Sleep Powder, Spore itself, and Paralysis Powder. A Zigzagoon. This is really showing off just, like, how many Pokemon are in each given area. Come on. This is probably not the best encounter to use Buzz on, now that I think of it. Like, where we want to be using Buzz, at least until she evolves, is on encounters where we're sure that we can, like, safely grind the opponent down. Which is not really the case with something like this. Crunch. Technically, Crunch is a different move, but, you know, who cares? If you're gonna get on me over that, you know, don't. Is my advice. Also, fun fact, this area is where you can catch Loopers in Pokemon Silver, the original. Probably in the base game for this as well. An Electrike is a little difficult to deal with, but probably not that difficult. Let's see here. I would like to put you to sleep. Oh, that's bad. Can I put you to sleep, though? And then we can get, like, a free turn to... No, okay. We do have paralysis heals. Wrong button. God damn it. This is gonna be, tricky. I wish Hypnosis did not have such low accuracy. At least I wish that when I'm using it. When the enemy is using it, I wish that its accuracy was 0. Because that's just the kind of person I am. Don't wake up, please. Thank you. Just hit it with a confusion. Alright, well, I wish you wouldn't, is the thing. That's pretty good. Is gonna use Thunder Wave again. If I want to try to catch it on a disable. Ooh. It did not use Thunder Wave. Let's just hit it with confusion. Because if it's ooh, I don't like that. Let's switch to Buzz. Because it is already close to being KO. And like, I don't want anything to faint, is the thing. Pardon me for trying to protect my Pokemon. There we go. Hey, cool. We should heal our dudes. I am aware that we're coming up on the 1 hour mark. We might actually be there already, because I only started, like, counting a little bit after I had already turned to recording on. But, I want to get to the next town first. We've done a fair amount of battling in this episode. Hey, a leaf stone. That's interesting. But, like, we haven't actually gotten anything done other than getting the egg, which will hopefully hatch either this episode or next episode. We've been walking around with it for a while now. Anyway, we can safely send out Elephant against this. Let's stay with confusion, honestly. That doesn't impact us at all, because confusion runs off special attack and detects special defense, which defense curl does not raise. I'm sure is there an equivalent move that just raises special defense by 1 stage? There must be, I'm just not thinking of it. It'd be very odd if there wasn't. A new I mean, we're just gonna execute the plan, as we often do. It's interesting, because, like, by the time you've kind of worn out most of the encounter table of a place, you kind of have a general idea as to what your game plan against a given wild Pokemon should always be if you're trying to knock it out. Which we're going to be most of the time. Is there anything up here that we missed? No, this is just a shorter way to get through where we were. Awesome. Well, you know. You live and you learn. Guess we'll send out... No, I want to send out Brittany. What am I thinking? Ah! Don't like that. How bad is it? Okay, it's only 3 hit points per turn. You should be able to just one-hit KO this, I think. Yeah. Pardon me. Where's the antidote? Here it is. Yeah, I think this was the last gen when walking poison was still a thing. So, like, I'd prefer to not deal with that, if at all possible. Do apologize if this seems a touch tedious, but you know. It's part of the game. It's like any JRPG, you got your random encounters. People don't often think of Pokemon as a JRPG, which I think is interesting. And it says a lot about, like, Western perception of the genre. But it is. It's just a JRPG where you've got, like, many possible party members. Bling, bling, blah, blah, bling. Alright. Well, first of all, let's save again. Second of all... yeah, sure, give me a rod. What I'm gonna do... You guys should tell me how you want me to treat, like, fishing areas. Because I don't quite know what the standard practice is there. My thought was like, well, clearly a fishing area... Oh, okay, wow. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna beat this guy and then cut the episode here. I forgot that you gotta go through this cave yet. I've greatly underestimated the amount of time that we would need to get to the next city. What am I doing? It's a Jigglypuff. We send out Elephant. You execute the game plan. Fuck your Sing attack. This actually makes me wonder, are Sing and Hypnosis just functionally the same attack? Like, I guess Hypnosis is Psychic type instead of normal, but... I think they might do the exact same thing. There's Grass Whistle, too, which I think also does that. Although I think Grass Whistle was introduced a gen or 2 after this. I might be wrong about literally everything I just said, now that I'm thinking about it more deeply. Never take me as an authoritative source on Pokemon, because I only ever know, like, a third of what I think I do. Actually, that's pretty true of just, like, life in general, now that I think about it. But, hey, not to get existential on me. Let's finish it with the confusion. Yeah. Give it to me. Let's go. And I'm just gonna try to put you to sleep if that's cool. Oh no. Yeah. I believe that since Meditite is fighting / psychic, it's going, our confusion is just gonna do normal damage. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I thought so. See, now that Elephant's learned an actual, like, a good attack move, moving up in the world. To become a very capable battler. Everything I am saying is, like, vastly premature, because all of my Pokemon are still, like, level 10. But hey. If that's not also part of the spirit of Let's Playing a game like this, I don't know what is. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this episode. We got through a route. And, you know, we leveled up our Pokemon some. I'm gonna record another episode right after this where we go through Union Cave right here. After that, I'm probably going to, well, I don't know. If I feel like I need to, I will train up our Pokemon off screen a little bit. But, that's all for now. Thank you guys for watching. Links to support me are as always in the description. You know, follow me on Twitter, all that junk. Feedback, comments, please do leave them in the YouTube comments. I read every one, and I appreciate each and every one of them. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.